Hakuna kitu ya matiko hapa. Hakuna kitu ya matiko kwa hiyo boma hata bwana.
Sasa hata mama akinunua meza alikuwa ananijua ananunua kutoka kwa nani?
Tunaenda naye. Tunaenda na mama. Sasa watakuja wataniambia vile wao na. Unajua mtu anayepatikana na kitu. Mbaya amepotea ndiye yeye ameishi. So baba unaweza twende naye. Mama. Tunaenda wapi tena?
Mimi naingiza mahindi ndani. Nitaacha nje.
Tunaenda station.
Sasa nitaacha nje.
Weka mahindi. Jamaa tulikuja naye alibeba kwa pikipiki yake. Mbaki huko. Beba itende boss. Saidia tena. Saidiana tena. Sasa unajua hii ni nani mbaya sana. Sasa mama hata unanunua kitu ya mama. Jirani yako.
Ingekuwa ni
Na unajua kijana ni mlevi.
Sasa mjana ni mlevi. Unajua ni mlevi.
Hivi vitu vile alivyoletewa kochi.
Kutoka wapi?
Akaleta
na Davy.
Kwa hivyo kwa sababu Davy alileta ndio maana unachukua. Kwa sababu Davy alileta ndio maana unachukua.
And even a lesson to the entire community that anyone who buys anything from Matiko's family, that is an abomination. You will be just digging a grave for yourself. So long as I'm there, you will be digging a grave for yourself. May it be Davy Jr., may it be who, you'll be digging a grave for yourself. Because we cannot just sit there and just laugh.
Guys, where the government official has spoken, the government leader has spoken, the fake village leader has spoken, be it who or who. If you buy anything from Matiko's home, you will be digging yourself a grave. Guys, who would have thought that this would happen in Nyamwini village, where mother will turn against son, where neighbor will turn against neighbor? Who would have thought, guys, when Davy Jr. came to Dancing Grandma's home and found this table? And he said, I warn you, Dancing Grandma, return this table. You know, this is not a good thing that you did. You are not supposed to have this table. Who knew, guys, that this is going to escalate to these levels? People are going to sleep in the cells. My goodness, guys. I was so surprised, guys, when this whole thing unfolded, because at first, I heard Davy Jr. saying over and over again that, this is a stolen item, and Dancing Grandma bought something stolen from Matiko's home. And then again, Davy Jr. spoke about he is the one who gave out this table to Matiko together with other gifts. And then I'm like, how is it a stolen item? And yet it was a gift to Matiko. That means that Matiko owned this thing. Why would anybody want to arrest him for selling his own stuff? It wasn't making sense to me, guys. I was like, what is going on? What is happening? I could see people on the chat section, saying, Davy Jr., that is not theft. There's no way he has stolen his own goods. If you gave it to him, then it belongs to him. He has a right to do whatever he wants with it. Guys, I did not know that indeed this village leader was behind it. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, guys. Because how would you instigate such a thing? Arresting somebody because of taking, because of selling their own stuff. Now, guys, the village leader, a fake village leader, has come out to explain what really happened. He has come out to tell us his side of the story. And guys, what he is saying is this, in simple terms, what I understood is that nobody should buy stuff from Matiko's home. He was saying that people have been taking advantage of this home for way too long. He started by saying that people have been buying land from these people, paying them peanuts, land that is worth 1 million shillings. They are paying 200,000, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I know that he meant Davy Jr. and family, of course. You know, he was out there talking a lot, saying that people have been taking advantage of this family. And now they are still doing it. So he has to put a stop to it. If somebody knows that Matiko, you know, is a drunkard, why are you buying stuff from him? So guys, the issue is not the table being stolen or being a gift. That is not the point. The point is he does not want people taking advantage of this family, according to him, guys. So according to Max Zero, the issue is not whether the table was stolen or it was gifted or not. That is not the issue. The issue is nobody should buy stuff from Matiko because he is a drunkard. He is saying that this is taking advantage of this person, that people, especially the neighbors, and knowing his condition, knowing his status, knowing the kind of person he is, why would you go and buy stuff from him? Why would you even, buy anything from him if he brings it to you? So it is funny how even if this particular table belonged to Matiko, the cops actually came. You know, they actually came and they were for it. They were even asking dancing grandma questions like, would you want your son to do the same thing? You know, so what if Davy Jr. is the one who gave it to him? So does it mean you will be buying stuff from him just because Davy Jr. is the one who brought those things to him, you know, gifted him the items? Guys, even the cops themselves understood this very well, that this particular item was gifted to Matiko. But the issue that they were zeroing in on was that this particular guy is a thief. You know, he is taking stuff from his home without anybody's permission, even if it's his own stuff, guys, you know, and he is selling it out because one of the cops, you know, actually all those cops were actually asking Dancing Grandma, you know, they were telling Dancing Grandma that once he finishes selling stuff from his home, he will start stealing from you. He will start stealing from the neighbors. Guys, okay, fine. Their logic makes some sense. However, in this particular incident, guys, this table belonged to Matiko. They could have waited for Matiko to take something else that doesn't belong to him. And then now bring this whole shenanigans on him. Because, guys, I do not understand. How would this thing have played out in court? How would it have played out? Because I wish this thing would have gone to court, guys, because I really wanted to know. I heard Davy Jr. saying that they did not want Goko to stay longer in the cells, you know, because today is a Saturday and, she has to be taken to court on Monday. How about bailing her out and then going on with this case? You know, I would have really wanted to see what they would say in court. However, again, I heard them saying that these cops may turn things around, you know, in court and the story would become different. But guys, how would the story become different? And yet Davy Jr. has the proof that he is the one who gifted this table to Matiko. I just feel like people don't like, a lot of stories, which is a good thing. You know, sometimes it is just draining, you know, to be following up on little stupid things. A table worth, I don't know, $2 or is it $3, you know? Because guys, Matiko actually paid, according to him, according to Matiko, he was paid 500 shillings. Which is like $5, you know? That is what he was paid by Dancing Grandma. Guys, this story has twists and turns, you know? Everybody has their own side. I don't know who is telling the truth, who is lying, you know? It is crazy. But the whole thing about a table, you know, that is not even attractive, guys. That table is not like, gosh, guys, you know, It is crazy that this table is the one that has caused 2 people to be in jail. Do you know, I heard Dancing Grandma's kids saying that Dancing Grandma was shaking, you know, like shivering, shuddering while she was in the cells, that she was so cold. I don't know if she was so nervous, plus she was feeling cold. Now she was acting like she is so sick, you know, and they were so worried, you know, because I saw a video where they did with Ezi. And they were telling 𝐿 that they too think that this is all about jealousy, because they were wondering, this particular guy, Matiko, has sold stuff from his home before, but nobody has ever been taken to jail like this. You know, they were asking why it should be their mother, and why these people should blow this out of proportion like this. They concluded, you know, and it is the truth. I mean, this is what everybody, it is obvious, guys. It is in black and white that this is just jealousy. You know, this house that is being built for Dancing Grandma is going to bring a lot of problems in this community. And guys, these are neighbors. These are neighbors. Something else, guys. Did you all notice when Dancing Grandma's son, Muita, you know, when they were eating, did you all notice how he was quiet and crying? You know, like deep in thought. This is how people start getting, you know, grudges. This is how people start thinking of, you know, revenge. This is how people start thinking of doing crazy stuff. Because you never know what he was thinking. He was looking at his mother. He was crying. He was not eating. And he was just sitting right there. David Jr. kept telling him, you know what, don't worry, you know, your mother is okay now. She is out. But this boy, this young man, he was not having it. He just was feeling so very bad. He was deeply hurt, you know. Thinking about a neighbor that you know, somebody that you know, causing your mother to sleep in the cells like this. Guys, don't these people even care about age? Is Dancing Grandma somebody that you want to take to the cells and make her sleep there, like for real? You know? But guys, I heard again the village leader, fake village leader, saying that that was not their intention. Now again, he is blaming it on David Jr. He is saying that their intention was to get them to be warned. Their intention was to get them to be warned. He said that he went to the cop station and told the cops that he wants Dancing Grandma warned against buying things from Matiko's home. That is all he wanted. And he wanted Matiko to be given, you know, community work, you know, like to go to the cop station, wash around, you know, clean the compound and stuff like that as punishment. Now, he is saying that David Jr. is the one who spoiled everything. He is saying that David Jr. is the one who spoke to the cops badly, and the cops said, you know what? Okay, fine. Now they are going to sleep in the cells. Guys, as usual, apportioning blame where it is not supposed to be. He is the one who caused all this, and now he is turning it around to blame David Jr. Imagine, guys. So now he wants to say that David Jr. is the one who caused Dancing Grandma to sleep in the cells. Guys, I don't know what you all think, but this is crazy. Let us listen to this fake village leader bringing out this whole story. Guys, this is crazy.
And, you know, we have to find a solution. It's just in a good way. Just in a good way. The only thing that I want is me to go to listen to what transferred between Matiko and the Dancing Grandma. Because there's no need of someone taking a property from this compound, going to sell to Dancing Grandma. And Dancing Grandma is accepting the same gift. The same item, you know. Yesterday, Matiko called me and told me that Matiko has took a table. Has took a table, and he was demanding for 500 Kenyan shillings. I sent the 500 to Matiko to go and refund the money to take the table. But when Matiko reached there at the Dancing Grandma, it tripled, you know. They tripled the price to 2,500. So I had to come
because we consulted with Mama Tiko here, and we said, let us just, you know, sometimes a law is a good thing, because for us, we might, you know, we might take the action in our hands, and the law is there. So there are so many things that they are being transferred here that we need to rectify. And you know, when we cannot restrict these, it will be worse. Because this, I don't think this was a real rehab. This was a fake rehab for sure. Because the things that I'm seeing here, they're not pleasing. Simu iko wapi? Where's the phone? Where's the phone?
Kamera ni kwa ga chiri nyumba.
Where's the phone? Where's the phone?
Mane meten kumureka.
Okay, let us finish here first.
So according to Max Zero, Dancing Grandma paid 500 shillings, you know, for this table. And actually it is Matiko who's talking. And Matiko does not want to appear on the camera. As you guys can see, Matiko is telling this person, do not film me. Do not film me. Stop it. You know, do not film me. But he is speaking, you know, behind the scenes. He is telling them that he was given 500 shillings for this table. And now Max Zero is saying that when he went, when they went to pick the table, and they wanted to give back Dancing Grandma the 500 shillings, that Dancing Grandma refused. And she said that she wants 2,500 shillings. That is 4 times, or is it 5 times, you know, the money that she had been given. Now she wanted to sell it back to them at a higher price. Guys, I don't know if this is true or false, but I tend to kind of believe this, because Dancing Grandma is another one when it comes to money. I actually even saw people on the comment section, you know, saying that Dancing Grandma deserves this. She treats people badly. She taxes people's money. She eats people's money. She is not trustworthy with money. She is greedy, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I saw some people coming out strong to condemn Dancing Grandma, saying that she is not innocent. She is not a saint herself, and that she is paying for her own sins. She is paying for treating people the way she does. Guys, I don't know what you all think, but what I know is that I tend to believe that she may have given Matiko 500 shillings and she may have demanded for 2,500 shillings. Now look what it did to her, guys. Look at how it ended up, you know. It ended her in the cells. This greed is a bad thing, guys. Matiko did wrong, you know. The village leader did wrong for arresting her, but she also did wrong. If she had bought the table for 500 shillings, and if they wanted to give her back the 500 shillings, she would have just taken the money, you know. And maybe, just maybe, it would have avoided all of this stuff, you know. Imagine what she put her kids through. They were telling 𝐿 that they could not sleep, you know. They stayed up the whole night. They were crying the whole night. They were trying to see what they can do, and yet they could do nothing. Guys, all because somebody wanted to sell back the table that she had been that she had bought, you know, at a higher price. Grandma has to make profit, you know, everywhere. She is a real business person. She knows the value of money, you know. She is the one who understands economy and how it should work. Guys, it was such a sad situation, you know, when I saw, you know, her kids. Yaya was there, the other girls, you know, their husbands, and they were there, and, you know, talking about the whole incident, how their mother was scared, how they were just not happy about the whole incident, talking about how jealousy has, you know, just come in between people, you know. And guys, what really amused me is when this guy, what's his name, the one who was robbed in Nairobi, you know, what's his name, Brother Dagi, you know, when he passed, you know, with a motorbike, and 𝐿 saw him, so 𝐿 stopped him to say hello to him, and 𝐿 was telling him that you know, there's a problem. But he seemingly did not want to know what the problem was, because he was saying that he has an international guest and he was going to take this guest to change money and blah, blah, blah. But when Eze told Brother Dagi that grandma had been arrested, he quickly, became very interested. And the first thing he did, guys, the very first thing he did was to remove his camera. And it really amused me, guys. These people are funny. The first thing that comes to their minds is content. Not even how will I save this person. Not even what do we do. It is content. Oh my God. And then, guys, he went away, because as he said, you know what, we are still here. We are sorting it out and everything. We are waiting for Davy Jr. And then he left. And then a few moments later, he is there filming. Guys, this is just something else. Content will finish Nyabohanse people. Oh my God.
Yeah, so that he can use
Grandma
it.
has been arrested.
For what?
You see, tuko hapa wote. Woni tuko hapa wote. Na kina yaya wote.
For what?
You go and come. Grandma is true story. No, don't put the camera on.
I want to put the camera on.
No, go and bring him. We are here. We are waiting for Davy.
What is going on?
We are waiting for Davy. I'll tell you. It's a serious situation.
I saw Davy. Alright guys, if you're watching this, I'm kind of confused, guys, because yesterday I was with Davy.
You saw Davy doing what?
Okay. Guys, just
you go and come.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm here.
Coming, bro.
Yeah.
Real story.
Hey, you see me, I don't do fake stories. Go and
Grandma
come.
arrested.
Go and come. Go and come.
Hey, no. I'm not believing, guys.
You're laughing.
Grandma, he's mafia. Mafia.
But
no one can joke with grandma.
But he's there.
Okay, guys. This is what Davy calling shenanigans. Husband to, how we call it?
Girwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Girwa. Yeah.
So who is this?
The husband to Girwa, the one was in prison.
Oh, bro, I'm happy to meet you. How are you, sir? I'm happy to meet you. Yaya is here. Yaya, say hello. Pole, atatoka sahi.
Yaya, what are you eating?
What are you eating, Yaya? Oh, have a look. What's Yaya?
Yaya is eating sweet potato. Nini? Mango.
Yes.
Sweet potato. A raw sweet potato. Yaya is eating. She's
Niliibiwa Nairobi. Niliibiwa Nairobi nikaoshwa kila kitu.
So guys, what do you all think? Like, seriously? Because in a way, I understand where Matiko's mother, the V grandma, I understand where she's coming from, because guys, she is feeling like I have an unruly son, this son who has lost direction. He is selling stuff from the house, the table is not the first thing that he has sold. He has been selling stuff, and she is feeling frustrated, why is my neighbor enabling my son to do this, why is she buying stuff from my son at a cheaper price, a whole 500 shillings, and yet, this table costs more than that. She may be feeling frustrated, guys, but I'm not saying I agree with what she did, to arrest somebody, but I tend to understand, because guys, if you have seen situations like this where there is, say, an unruly child, and there are people who are enabling them, you tend to feel some sort of way about these people who are enablers, So I feel like this is how Matiko's mother is feeling. But she was fueled, of course, by the village leader about this whole thing. And that is why things are the way they are. Guys, do you think, she was justified to take this mama to jail? But then again, what would she have done? Guys, let me know in the comment section.
Sasa hata mama akinunua meza, alikuwa ananijua ananunua kutoka kwa nani?
Hebu nenda nayo. Nenda na mama. Sasa watakuja wataniambia vile wao na.
Unajua mtu anayepatikana na kitu kwa hiyo amepotea ndiye yeye ameiba. So baba unaweza kwenda naye. Mama. Tunaenda wapi tena?
Mimi naingiza mahindi ndani. Nitayaacha nje.
Tunaenda station.
Sasa nitayaacha nje.
Weka mahindi. Jamaa tulikuja naye alibeba kwa pikipiki hapa. Mbaki huko. Beba itende boss. Kaingia tena. Saidiana tena.
Sasa unajua hii ni nani mbaya sana. Sasa mama hata unanunua kitu ya mama. Jirani yako.
Ingekuwa ni
na unajua kijana ni mlevi.
Sasa mjana ni mlevi.
Unajua ni
hivi vitu vile alivyoletewa kochi.
Kutoka wapi?
Na YouTube na Davy.
Kwa hivyo kwa sababu Davy alileta ndio maana unachukua. Kwa sababu Davy alileta ndio maana unachukua.
And even a lesson to the entire community that anyone who buys anything from Matiko's family, that is an abomination. You'll be just digging a grave for yourself. So long as Maxwanam there, you'll be digging a grave for yourself. May it be Davy Jr., may it be who, you'll be digging a grave for yourself. Because we cannot just sit there and just laugh.
And something else, guys, would you have rather this thing goes to court? Because to be very honest, this particular incident, the table incident, I feel like the whole thing was handled wrongly because this particular mama slept in the cells and yet she wasn't supposed to. She just bought something from the owner. You know, I wish this thing would have been taken to court so that we see how it will play out because it would have turned against this village leader. You know, I think, you know, like I said, people don't want to drain their energies on these little things. But guys, anyways, everything happened, you know, and I believe that now Dancing Grandma knows the kind of neighbors she has. These people will do anything, you know, to punish her or to revenge or to just get back at her for whatever reason. So I feel like these people, the enmity has grown even bigger. People said that this foundation has come to put people together, but what I'm seeing is that it has caused the opposite. It has come to cause a division. I don't know what you all think, guys, about this whole incident, you know, from the beginning to the end, the Dancing Grandma being arrested, you know, Davy Jr. And 𝐿𝐷 and all these people going to visit her in the cells, and this thing about the policeman wanting money. Guys, is it jealousy? Is there more to it? Is V grandma, you know, justified to be frustrated? Guys, let me know what you all think about this telenovela, this drama that unfolded yesterday. I mean, it was a busy day for Davy Jr. and his people. My goodness, guys. Policemen with guns to pick up a mama just because of a table. You know, that just normal, you know, kawaida table. Like, seriously? And there are robbers, you know, thieves, and, you know, deleters running around. People who are committing big crimes. Guys, let me know what you all think about this. Drop your thoughts, opinions, sentiments down in the comment section, and let us meet in the next one. My goodness. Wonders never cease.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. The truth.